So everybody got to sit here and pull one down, or the other down, or say something negative about somebody. But because they can't beat me, they have to do a smear campaign. And they're using the news to do it. Because if you could beat me, you wouldn't have any of this going on. Because when I ran against Riley Rogers, Bill Shaw, Trustee Holmes was in it as well. I didn't use any of this. I just ran for the seat. I didn't go and try to destroy anybody. All I did was run for the seat. And that's what everybody should do. But they utilizing all these different outlets to try to overcome your super mayor, because I am the people's mayor. And I am the one that always is visible and is on the street. That is me. It's always has been me. I'm gonna always feed your family. I'm gonna always play with your kids. I'm gonna always uplift them. I'm always pass the baton, and I'm always gonna encourage them to say, "Hey, if I can do it, you can do it." And for those that don't understand or don't think it can't happen to them, I always say this: me today, you tomorrow. This ain't nothing but playbook.
What's up, good people? We are just doing a live watch party of Tiffany Henyard being on her soapbox. So I'm gonna mostly be just listening to the meeting, and then I'll give some commentary afterwards. But enjoy the show, because she's doing theatrics that we are all so used to at this point.
That the residents nor the employees are afraid to come to work, because people are afraid to talk to people. They want to say put things in emails, but normally we talk to people. We're not a robot. You normally communicate with each other as it relates to that department or what's needed for the resident, whether it's go cut the grass, whether it's pick up.
So in business, you don't use emails. In corporate America, it's offensive to use emails in corporate America.
We say, I love you. That's nothing you can do about it. We have to lead with love. They're forgetting that. That's the big part of this that we're missing. We are a small community. We are a village. It's normally what? A village raising a community. That's how I grew up here in Dolton. All neighbors help each other. We went over each other's houses. People babysitted you until your parent came home when you got out of school. They helped you with your homework. They fed you. That's what Dolton was about. And all I'm trying to do is bring that love back, because we're missing that. But we can't keep pointing the finger at one person when it's all of us. It's everybody. That's why you want to really hear that state of address. That's why you really want to hear what I have to say. Because there's always two sides to the story. Well, my grandfather and grandma are different. They say it's three sides. They always say it's your side, their side, and the truth. But we have to get to that point. You guys are making rash decisions off of one-sided narrative. And the fake news don't make it no better, because they run with one-sided narrative. And I don't appreciate that, because y'all come here, y'all take my clips off of my Facebook, off my social media, off my Instagram. So obviously y'all really following Superman. Y'all really love me.
Somebody mad.
She big like man. Y'all here today. And you're going to go play it, but you're going to twist it all. And that's what I don't appreciate. Twist everything we say up here. People are telling you what's going on in their departments. Won't you post that? Won't you run that? I've never seen you guys saying a different narrative as relates to what the Board of Trustees are doing. Did you know they hijacked the bank account again? Did y'all know that? Did y'all know they literally trying to steal money from our village? The Board of Trustees. This ain't me saying something, because I don't sit here and just say stuff on people. I talk about things I can prove, that I can have receipts for. So all I'm saying to y'all is, wake up, ask questions. Like I said, I thought you guys would do research before you go and just advertise what somebody's opinion is. Y'all don't. Anybody got something negative to say about the village of Dolton, you guys just air it. And that's not fair to our community. And I would like you to stop. I've asked you guys, I threw out an olive branch, I said, let's talk. You guys just don't want to talk, because I guess it's too much money in a negative campaign. So again, I just hope that you guys will see a different side. I hope you will hear a different side and showcase a different side. Next, I'm gonna give the floor to Bo Green. He's one of my attorneys, and he's gonna speak as relates to what's going on, so you get it from a different person than the mayor. Because every time I speak, it's like on deaf ears. So I'll let legal speak to you.
She needs multiple attorneys, because she's so innocent. She needs a whole team, a defense team. Because all innocent people need an entire team.
Folks, there have been questions in the news questions on social media
Okay, why is it
about
back low?
who we are, what we are doing, why we are here.
Oh, he mad too.
And I would like to take this opportunity to answer those questions so there can be no doubt. My name is Bo Brindle. Sitting next to me is my associate Edward McDavid. People have called me the mayor's criminal defense attorney. I saw that on the news. But that is incorrect.
He interviewed with the
I do
news.
not represent Mayor Tiffany Henyard in a criminal capacity because Mayor Tiffany Henyard is not charged with any crimes.
Yet.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard has not committed any crime.
Now that's a lie from the
But
past.
I will tell you why it is that I have been engaged by the mayor. Mayor Henyard came to see me and asked to engage my office to represent her because Mayor Tiffany Henyard is under attack. Make no mistake about it, Mayor Henyard is under attack. She is under attack by a corrupt board of trustees that believes that they can subvert the will of the people and take over the mayor's office and the mayor's duties without ever winning that election. She is under attack by underhanded political machine attorneys who control this board. That's what's going on. This attack comes in the form of false statements. This attack comes in the form of frivolous lawsuits and unconstitutional recall efforts. This attack comes in the form of outright illegal conduct committed by this board of trustees, blatant violations of statutes, blatant violations of the village code. Mayor Henyard has hired me to stand up to these people and to help her take back the mayor's office from corrupt influences that threaten it. And that is why we are here, and that is what we intend to do. Let's be clear about a few things. To begin with, when there is a need for a financial evaluation of a municipality, who is the person that you think ought to do such an evaluation? You would think that you would get a forensic accountant with knowledge of accounting principles to give a fair evaluation and tell you the truth. What did the Board of Trustees do? They hired the failed mayor of Chicago, who is notable primarily for financial questions, financial malfeasance, and financial failures in Chicago. They hired that political actor to do the evaluation.
Not Lori catching strays.
You're not seeking a fair answer about money.
Wow.
When you do that, you are seeking political theater, and that is not in the interest of the people, especially not when they want to pay this failed former mayor tens of thousands of dollars of your money to do this evaluation. When you do that, it's not government. It's corruption. And that stops now. After Mayor Henyard was elected, it was the Board of Trustees that brought to Mayor Henyard a municipal expert, so they said, a so-called municipal expert, a man who was supposed to be knowledgeable at all levels regarding village financial resource management, among other things. This man was Keith Freeman. Keith Freeman was appointed by Mayor Henyard because the Board of Trustees said he was an expert. And she listened to Keith Freeman. She relied on Keith Freeman to manage the village finances. When he told her, this is how things are done, this is what mayors do, this is how we do things, she believed him. She trusted him. And when she realized that his actions were not in the interest of the people, that they were not on the lever, what did she do?
So she's slow.
She fired him. She terminated
In that
him.
way.
I sat here.
When it came to Keith Friedman, she's slow. And just follow his lead.
Fired him in writing. But since then, at every turn, she has had a problem. Mayor Henyard has the right to appoint, and she has the right to terminate. That's the law. That's the mayor's right. That's her power. Okay? That's her power. But at every time we turn around, the Board of Trustees has stepped in and they are insisting that this man, who has mismanaged village resources beyond belief, they insist that he's still employed. They are empowering to keep sending out these emails and pretending to be the village administrator. They insist on keeping a person that everybody agrees squandered and mismanaged the resources of this village.
She wanted
They
to
want this
keep
corrupt
Chief Lacey,
individual to
who was a
remain.
thug.
Well, she has terminated him again and again and again. They had interfered with the mayor's power. They interfered with the mayor's executive power that only she maintained. And they don't get to do that. When they do that, when they get in the way and prevent her from terminating somebody that everybody agrees is a menace to this community, when they get in the way of that, they violate the law.
They're violating the law, trying to save the village from burning down. They're the one violating the law.
Folks, is only successful if there is what everybody hears and everybody talks about, the balance of power. The mayor has powers as the executive. The board has powers as a legislative branch, and they are separate according to law. They are separate because only if both
You think he preaching that?
can we have fair governance. But when the board takes it upon itself to illegally take over the powers of the mayor, then there is no governance. All of the problems that I hear the folks up here from the various departments describing, those problems stem from the absence of governance. And the reason we have no governance in the village is because these powers are not separate. Because the Board of Trustees has taken it upon itself to try to take away the power of the mayor. This meeting is a perfect example of that. To cancel a regular meeting of this board, there are rules, folks. You don't get to make them up on your own whenever you feel like it, because you don't like the mayor, or you want to make her look bad, or you want to exercise control and act like you're in charge. They're not in charge. The mayor's the executive. That's the law. There is a law. It is called the Open Meetings Act. Got it right here in front of me. Okay? The Open Meetings Act says, you know what you got to do to cancel one of these meetings? You got to give 10 days of notice. 10 days of notice to the public. Certainly notice to the mayor. You know what they did? They didn't give you any notice at all. One of the members of
I got the
board
notice
didn't even
yesterday.
know. The mayor was not even contacted by the Board of Trustees. We had to find out through underground means what they were doing. That power to just cancel a meeting at the whim of the Board of Trustees is a power they do not possess. They claim a power they do not possess. And that is the last thing you want in your list. The claiming of powers they do not have. That stops now. Recently, the mayor's political opponent, her actual opponent, Jason House, started signing checks for the village. signing his name as if he had the authority to write checks for your money to pay for things that he wanted to pay.
Didn't they
Like
pass
their
that last
lawyer,
village meeting?
who she refused to pay.
I thought they passed.
He signed the checks as if he had that right, despite the fact that there is a court order that says only the mayor has that authority to put that signature in that place on those checks. He did it anyway because he wanted to. Because he decided he wants to be mayor now. He doesn't want to wait till the people speak. Well, folks, he don't get to do that, okay? He does not get to do that. This man somehow believes that he can hijack the office of the mayor and take it over before an election happens and before any votes are counted. When everybody think about that, that hears this, right? Think about that. When a political opponent takes over, hijacks the office of an elected official, what would you call it? What could it be called? It cannot be called anything but what it is. Political corruption of the worst kind. And it's happening. It's happening here in the village of Dolton. It's happening today with respect to this meeting. It's happening with a drawer full of checks that he signed and tried to pass off as legitimate checks. Misappropriation of your money. And luckily the mayor's been able to get a hold of and curtail. Folks, Mayor Henry came into this office as someone with vision, with youth. And of course, the corollary to that is that she comes with a degree of inexperience. That's a fact. But Mayor Henry may be young, Mayor Henry may be inexperienced. But Jason Howe, the board of trustees, the lawyers who control them and pull the strings, none of those people should mistake the mayor's youth for weakness. Because Mayor's tenure will stand up to power. She always has. She always will. She will stand up against a political opponent who chooses personal ambition over the will of the people. She will stand up to a board of trustees that chooses illegality over order. And she will stand up to their power broker political system attorneys who choose bullying and intimidation over proper legal discourse. She has brought me here to make sure that that stops now. We are here to stand with the mayor and put a stop to all of it, and to make sure that nobody interferes with the will of the people who elected her to do this job. The people are the ones who decide. And with that, Mayor, let's get back to the business of the meeting.
Look at that clap there. He's like, finally, somebody on my side.
It ain't so, Bo. He said a lot of great facts that you guys should really, really look at. Spoke from the heart. I appreciate that. It's a lot of things going on, like I said, that y'all don't report, that y'all don't talk about. It's people like myself, it's people like staff up here that can tell you things, but you only on one side. So hopefully, moving forward, you will change your ways and come and talk to us and get our side as well.
Change your ways.
Put something on the news, because again, y'all got a national platform. So people tend to believe what people say on a national platform. But yet y'all not understanding how you put us in jeopardy. Our safety, our community. We have people that fly in from Washington, from Texas, who's at meetings, they get up at podiums and say where they're from. They got an opinion about what's going on around here. We even know half of it. They just off of what they see on the news. So please, I'm asking for the Olive Branch once again to not post things that's not true, because you are putting myself, my teammates, also the staff and the residents in harm's way, because people are coming from all over just to see what's going on or to be on the news. So just try to be a little more cautious as it relates to reporting fake news. Next, we're going to move forward with two other things. Again, I just stated to you guys that they call themselves council meeting, they don't have no power to council board meeting. On here, we also have the mayor veto. There's several things that, we are vetoing. I'm just naming a couple of them real quick. One is Jason House trying to add himself to the bank account. They made an ordinance, which again, we don't even have that ordinance in our possession. They also tried to write an ordinance for committees. That's something that's governed by the mayor's office. And you should always go read the state statute, that way you understand what it is we're saying. And then also the layoffs. They also try to do layoffs.
I thought somebody hit the fire alarm.
Again, something else that was illegal. So if you want the facts, please research before you just assume what the truth is. I want to put that into the record so people know that I am going to still do my mayor's veto at the next scheduled board meeting, which will be next month in October. Next, we're gonna do our appointment. You guys know that we have not been with a village attorney for quite some time, and what I mean by that is it was somebody that was here, they're about a law firm as village counsel, but right now, which the news already have, which y'all reported this, they gave back the 22 cases due to the board not paying them for the cases, so we had no coverage as relates to our village. And that's what I'm saying about the board of trustees. Instead of doing these political fights, you have to do what's right, because right now you're having our community at jeopardy. So when someone sues us, someone has to represent us, and they want their legislative council to represent us, Bert Oderson, and right now he is not the village attorney, nor do the board have the power to appoint any lawyers to any other cases. But that's the strong army that I'm telling you about that they have been doing. This will all come out in the wash. But I just want to make it crystal clear of what's going on. And currently today, I am exercising my right, my executive branch, which is appointment power, to appoint Lakeside Legal, Miss Attorney Lockett. She's going to be our new counsel. Y'all give it up for her.
Is this a flying monkey meeting?
I'd just like to say I look forward to working very hard for the citizens.
Why is nobody's mic on but Tiffany's?
And I'm hoping that we can all.
Nobody's mic is loud but hers.
All right, thank you so much. Welcome on board. My next appointment will be for.
Girl, you better be careful. You might not get paid.
The next person that I'm going to appoint today.
Playing around with the devil.
Michael, come on up here. Will be, you go to the podium. Michael Smith will be the new village administrator for the village of Dolton. And the reason for Mike is he has a wealth of great information. He's a young person and ex-politician. He knows the laws like the back of his hand. I'm all about passing the baton and letting people come and show what they can do, especially here in our village. So welcome on board, Mike Smith.
I'd like to thank the residents as well as the mayor. Look forward to working with each and every one of you guys.
He was the one that they walked out on in the township meeting last week, right?
All right, thank you. I look forward to see what you're about to do. You're gonna come shake your stuff up. I know you are. And when you teach them laws, they don't know the laws, please do. Also, we have a assistant.
She's so ignorant. She talked down to everybody. Like no one's intelligent.
But they, and I'm not gonna say he or she, they will be doing a great job as well. They will be assisting Michael Smith along the way. So as you have, you guys, we have a new village attorney, and then we have a new village administrator. So to my staff, we are working on the emails because that's another individual that got threatened by the board of trustees. They sent a letter over to him saying that if he did not do what they said, that he will be terminated and he will be replaced within 24 hours or something like that. I have the letter news if you want the letter to advertise so you can see the bullying going on in my community by the board of trustees to the staff. So a lot of people are scared. So right now, tomorrow, the lawyers and the new VA get all that in order. So to my employees, just stay tuned. We will get the emails back up. We will make sure that you feel safe coming to work and that you don't feel like you're in a hostile environment. So I look forward to work with everybody. Anybody got any concerns? Michael Smith is in the back. You can start getting it to him right now, so he can start addressing them tomorrow. And then if you got anything, the new attorney, please address her with any of your concerns as well. Thank you so much for coming out. I look forward to doing the state of address. That's going to be really epic. You're going to want to hear what I have to say about all the mess that's going on, all the evidence that I have, all the receipts that I have that I will showcase to you during that state of address. We will announce it, and then I know the media has been talking with Buck Brinley about upcoming things, so you can talk to him as relates to the state of address if you would like to cover that for your news station. So thank you again for coming out, residents. I look forward to this new movement. Thank you.
You got a new movement. You ready for war? She is ready for what? Look at her hugging her attorney. Thank you so much for covering up for me. Thank you so much for gaslighting the 10 people who in here. Where everybody at? Usually those meetings are wall to wall and people trying to get in that she be locking out. Ah. Oh, Tiffany. Oh, Tiffany. I don't think there's no, let me see, make sure we ain't missing. I guess just people leaving.
And I'm gonna do shout outs.
Oh, and thank you to what's the name of this channel again? Critical Smoke. Critical Smoke is the YouTuber who I guess is there. So that's whose stream we have been watching. So thank you so much. Y'all go over there and support. I put it in the description, and I was rushing to get on here because I knew the meeting was canceled because originally I was going to schedule this, saw that the notice saw the notice that the meeting was canceled. Somebody sent it to me, I think. But anyway, so my thought was, my first thought, and I should have followed it, was Tiffany, the trustees were the ones who were saying that it was canceled. So I'm like, but will she still show up so she can get on her soapbox and act like, be able to do this rally here and be gaslighting people, which is exactly what she did. This is exactly what she did. So I should have followed my first mind and still been prepared to try to find the stream. So anyway, we found it, 20 something minutes into it. But I'll do some commentary on it once I can catch up on the pieces I missed. But I wanted to share at least this part with y'all and let y'all know that I am following. So look at them clapping and hyping up her boy. Yeah, it's amazing to me that the people who are still in support. Now, I can understand the people in power, the people who are looking for, the people who are employed, the people who are looking for positions of power, et cetera, et cetera. I understand why they are supporting her still, because they're taking the chance that she will be able to finagle and steal this election. I not that I'm down with it or I think it's right, but I understand the motive behind it. Sinister as it may be, I get it. What I don't understand is the residents who clearly are blindly still believing everything that Tiffany is saying. That's the part I don't get, because I'm like, it's been proven that your village is broke and at a $3 million deficit and possibly more. It's been shown that she is also stealing money from Thornton Township. Now, how creative she got with stealing money doesn't mean that she wasn't stealing money. The fact that she did it under the guise of, well, Keith Freeman, I was just following his lead, and I didn't know nothing, and he told me this how things go. He told me we fly first class and we do these elaborate dinners, and I get new vehicles and multiple SUVs, and I get 24/7 security, although no other mayor prior to me has had it. Like, this is what she's saying. And I get banners with my name all across the village and every activity we have. she wants us to go with that narrative. However, in the same voice, she's also saying she's smarter than everyone. She's a super mayor and everybody else is dumb and don't understand. Well, if we're supposed to believe your version, then you were dumb to not understand that a mayor does not have carte blanche to do whatever the hell they want. and that Keith Freeman allegedly was leading you astray. You dumb for not knowing that. You should understand the budget. But we supposed to believe she's so smart, but except for she got bamboozled into wasting village funds, village and Thornton Township funds. We supposed to believe that she thought it was okay to spend $44,000 in one day at Amazon. And I have been trying to figure out what the hell can you buy at Amazon for $40,000 in one day. They do sell houses now, tiny houses on Amazon, and you get them delivered, and you lift the doors up and all of this stuff. They pop out like trailers. Maybe she bought her a tiny home. We got to look into the records. Maybe she bought a tiny home. Maybe that's her escape plan. Maybe she bought a tiny home in Bali, shipped it to Bali where she can avoid extradition. Her and Darius Crooks and Russell Simmons. Who knows? Who knows? Time will tell. It's gonna all be told. And then I did miss, there was a guy who was talking before I got on with you guys. He's talking about, yeah, we need to love each other. And see, the problem is, there's a lot of great things going on in the village. That we got the ice skating rink and the fathers be out there with their kids. And this is building our community because, the kids, they on the basketball court and they got balls instead of guns. And it's like, great. But we still don't want to then give a scammer carte blanche to steal the village and suck it dry. That makes zero sense. I don't know why that part isn't connecting for these people. That's baffling to me. Like, you literally, a basketball means nothing when you won't have water and sewer services. When you won't, this is Illinois. We get snow. When there's not enough money for y'all to keep your snow plows and dump trucks functioning, or hire the staff, keep them employed, and you're slipping and sliding into poles. Like, those are the things that's important. Y'all get some nonprofit about a basketball for the babies to be on a basketball court. We don't need $3 million deficits to get basketballs. This is what's baffling to me. They care more about the entertainment than the livelihood and survival of the entire village. Why are there so few people there? Well, so Wolfie, I think the confusion, which I got wrapped up in a little bit, but I kind of felt like she was going to do this. The trustees canceled the meeting. And I think they pushed it back. I can't remember now. But they canceled the meeting. They sent out a notice that I saw yesterday. I'm not sure when it came out. But I saw it yesterday, and they stated that today's meeting was going to be canceled. Here's enough. I ain't gotta speculate to y'all. Oh shoot, did I ever? Hold on, let me send it to because I got it right here. Oh, forget it. It's right here. Hold on. But they sent out, I can just do a screen share. They sent out this notice yesterday. Why didn't it show up? Oh, here it is. Okay. Can I enlarge it a little bit? There we go. They sent out this notice yesterday. Trustees notice of cancellation. And this is Clean House 20. So this is the new, mayor candidate. This is his campaign, Clean House 2025. But anyway, they sent out a notice, trustee notice of cancellation of Tuesday's village board meeting in lieu of a special board meeting for immediate release. They said, dear residents of Village of Dolton, this letter serves as an official notice that the Board of Trustees meeting scheduled for Tuesday has been postponed and will now take place on Thursday, September the 12th. So they've rescheduled it. Tiffany saying they couldn't do it without her permission, but they did. The Board of Trustees is currently addressing several urgent matters that require immediate attention. They are addressing the budget development. We are finalizing a budget that aligns with our financial priorities and addresses the needs of the community. Compliance resolution. The board is working with the comptroller's office to resolve compliance issues, ensuring that all financial procedures meet regulatory requirements. They're taking care of real business. They're not sitting here trying to put together some bake sale. That's what Tiffany. We had a bake sale, and the old people and the infants, they loved it. They said that icing was the most delicious icing they've ever had on a cupcake. That's what Tiffany be doing. They over here handling business. They dealing with the state controller's office because the money jacked up and checks ain't being sent at this point. They're holding the money because they haven't been complying with the rules of them, sending in certain documentation, etc. They handling business. Then auditor engagement. We are in the process of securing a new auditor to conduct a thorough review of the village financial practices. So I think from my reading of this, and I'm a layman, so I could be misunderstanding, but what I took it to mean is maybe that Lori's job is done, and now they're getting official people to dig deeper, like people who are hired, which is, the excuse they just tried to use is that Lori Lightfoot is a fraud. They're saying that. Yes, they didn't reelect her in Chicago and all that. I feel like they didn't give her enough time. She only had one term, whatever. I actually was a fan of her, before she became mayor, but, whatever's with that. But anyway, banking transactions, they're saying efforts are underway to establish a new bank account to improve the management and security of village funds. Let Tiffany tell it in this pepper rally she just had. They trying to steal the money. That's what's happening. They trying to they corrupt. Well, they being transparent here. They're saying, hey, there's issues with the money, which we clearly know at this point. And they're trying to establish a new bank account to improve the management and security. Most important, well, both management of, because these funds ain't been managed since she got in office, clearly, and security of the funds to make sure no more continues to get stolen. Say that they appreciate your understanding as we work to resolve these critical issues. The board remains committed to maintaining transparency and accountability and will provide updates on our progress in the next meeting. So thank you for your attention to this matter. So this is what I saw on yesterday. However, after I read this, I was like, oh, the meeting canceled. And I was going to stream it for y'all. Then my second thought was, but is Tiffany still going to have her meeting? I should have known. Because had I just followed my first mind and been ready for her to pop out with her shenanigans, we would have went live. I would have went live right when it started. But anyway, we'll figure it out for next time. We'll definitely be. I think I'm in town. I gotta double check this date. I think I'm in town. Am I? I don't know. If I'm in town, we're gonna stream it. I'll let y'all know for sure. I'll schedule it. So long story short, that's why there were so few people there, because the majority of the village and the people who got critical thinking skills and common sense and ain't gaslit, they like, okay, well, ain't no sister showing up to her pep rally. The rest either did not know, they didn't get this, and so they showed up anyway tonight, or they showed up because they like, no, our Tiffany, she gotta speak. What they doing to her is wrong. So they showed up to support Tiffany. She the one being harmed in their mind. I'm still lost. I mean, they ain't believing nothing. They ain't believing the media. They ain't believing all these amazing YouTubers who covering this in depth. I don't know. They're holding the trustees hostage. Who's holding the trustees hostage? I'm a little lost with that statement. Food boxes with the meat sitting outside. The meat should stay in the refrigerator truck. Absolutely. Yeah. Again, she's all about appearances, smoke and mirrors events. She's the party girl. She's the party mayor. She thought she the super mayor. She ain't no super mayor. She the crunk mayor, the party mayor. That's all she care about, events. When does she really ever talk about real stuff? Like when you really analyze what she talks about when she promotes herself as a super mayor, it's always social activities and visual things. Oh, we got a new sign for the new police department. It costs $60,000 for where we locating our new police department next to where the pool is. Putting the sign up before the construction's done. What sense do that make? Who spends $60,000 on a new sign and then does construction on the facility, on the actual structure? I have a construction background. That's idiotic. That's a finish. You don't put that up first. You can put a little billboard. You can put a banner out there or something, but it shouldn't even be on the building because you constructing the building. You got a tuck point and whatever other repairs, maybe roof repairs and all that. Why you got a big old expensive $60,000 sign? Because it was never about the work getting done. It was about the smoke and mirrors. Like, ooh, we getting a new police station. She's so great. She is the super mayor. Meanwhile, it's been however many years, and now they trying to sell the place because it's sitting there just soaking up tax dollars that they ain't got. Right, nails, wigs, and events. That's the party mayor. There is something very fishy about this meeting. Well, there's something fishy about all her meetings, like all her meetings. They're always to promote her and gaslight the audience, and they always put it on the other people. Like she insults the audience as she just did again tonight. See, y'all, what y'all don't understand, and see, y'all need to learn, and y'all need to listen. Like everybody, kids, like they ain't got common sense. It's crazy. So I just answered where the trustees are. I think you probably sent that before I got to it. Thiefany is my favorite nickname for her. I got that from somewhere. I can't even remember where. Somebody else said that. This is the reason why we need to vote in local elections. True, but that I don't think there was necessarily a lack of voting. It always helps. The more people, the better. However, she had won by I think an 80-something% margin. The problem was she gaslit the community and bought the rest of them. Gaslit some of them to believe the smoke and mirror show, and the others she bought. She bought with the free gas. She was at the gas station buying people's gas. You know, she's having these raffles and whatever else she was doing. That's how she bought she bought the people. I joined late. I'll rewatch. Enjoy your channel. Thanks for sharing the content. Oh, thank you so much, Ajim. I really appreciate you. Welcome to the fellowship. Are these the residents that love and have won prizes? Because exactly, chocolate. That's it. Again, these are usually people who have a vested interest because they have benefited directly from her. That's why it's not a full room as well. Because if you think about it this way, if this was in fact people who she's done so much for and they love her and she is the super mayor to them, that place would have been booked. But it's just a few sprinkles of people because she's only impacted or touched a few sprinkles of people with her raffle prizes and whatever else she may have done. And the ones who, don't necessarily have critical thinking skills and stuff like that. And so she's been able to gaslight them real easily. I mean, you're supposed to disbelieve everything that's happening in the media. For some reason, Lori Lightfoot became a part of this ruse to act like she's Tiffany spent over $3 million. Well, no, technically she spent over $6 million because they were at a $3 million surplus when she went into office. Now they're at a $3 million deficit. That means she spent the $3 million, ended up at zero, and kept going. So she spent over $6 million. Wasted. But we supposed to believe, it's everybody else's fault. Everybody else's fault. Seems like it's all the people she invited to her food box party the other day. Right, exactly. I forgot I did see that as well. Thank you so much, Margin, for the super chat. People love 45 after 30 plus felonies. Right, after his 34 felonies. Yeah. I mean, there's MAGA, aka flying monkey behavior everywhere you go. Everywhere. Vel told you she only good for playing the party. Yeah. She's the super mayor, party mayor. And she mad. Oh, she was big mad talking about some. And y'all be on my social media, posting my Facebook and my other Instagram and my social medias, putting it in y'all videos. She big mad. Oh, she big mad. Oh, she is big mad. She the one getting on there like, hey y'all, this is Tiffany here. This your Superman, and I'm out here in the park. Y'all see all these people, and then there's two people behind her. Y'all see all these people we giving away big stuff. Oh, I'm always doing it for y'all because I love y'all. Everything I do is my, and don't believe the lies. Y'all see what's happening here? Look at the people behind me. They love me and I love them too. She doing all that. Girl, it's hilarious. What you think? Of course we're going to screen record that and put it in videos. It's hilarious. It's like a skit. Like your Good Burger restaurant. Good Burger. That we should have known something was wrong with her at that point. Good Burger was the best name she could think of for a restaurant. And then she injecting ketchup and mustard into the actual beef patty that looked like a homemade the homemade burgers that your grandma make, all thick. No, actually hers was thin and they look dry too. And then she injected ketchup and mustard in it. Nah, she was saying it was some kind of special sauce, and she had different kinds of and this is our monster sauce. It's ranch and ketchup. Like, girl, you're a joke. I could find some jewelry, but buying Amazon jewelry is dangerous. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I've never tried to buy jewelry off of Amazon, so maybe you could spend $40,000 if you bought a lot of jewelry. But they do sell houses, and the houses range it from I think about $8,000 all the way up to like $40-something thousand. You could buy a tiny house on Amazon now. It's viral on TikTok and everything. So maybe that's what she got into the viral trend on TikTok and bought her a tiny home. It's her escape plan. Says, do that lawyer even believe the words that are coming out of his mouth? Shaking my head. Probably not, but he's getting paid. Lawyers just be lawyering. That's what they do. That's what they do. They are applauding the thief. What sane person claps for that? That's just people in Detroit clapping for Kwame Kilpatrick after he stole from the city with all his thing behind. Yeah, and then ended up, what did he get, like 11, 14 years or something? I mean, when it comes to scammers and stuff, they will take it to the end. Her still denying it, her having paid attorneys who are on her side, speaking up for her, the fact that she still has people supporting her, the fact that she still has some of the staff defending her, none of that surprises me because, and for me, none of that justifies and says, oh, well, she must be innocent because, she's still doing it. No, that's what thieves do. That's what corrupt people do. That's what sociopaths do too, and narcissists. They're going to go to the very bitter end with all of that. She will be, when she gets convicted, which will happen, and we're watching her trial, she will still be denying it. She'll be interviewing with CNN and all of that from her prison, from the waiting room in the prison with her orange jumpsuit or whatever color. Still denying it. Still trying to blame Keith Freeman. Now, I don't know if he's going to get some time too. I don't know if he's done some stuff. I have no idea. But she definitely has done some stuff. We know this. She's going to be denying it to the bitter end. I don't think she'll ever admit, she will never admit it. I just don't see it. You can just see how she behaves. She never admits any of her wrong. And literally everything she was projecting, saying they're stealing from y'all. They not transparent. They bullying and threatening people. And it's like, girl, you literally have been known for those tactics so much so, and you had your lynchman, Lacey, who you really wasn't trying to let go of. He had to get fired and lose his law enforcement certificate or whatever. He can't even practice law enforcement anywhere. Well, I guess in the state of Illinois, I don't know how it works. He might go somewhere else. He literally has been accused of being your henchman, and you were okay with it. We watched him bullying people in the village hall meetings, live on camera, on this fake news lives you say exist. We watched it and heard it with our own eyes and ears. I've seen YouTubers go there investigating, like some of these bigger YouTubers with millions of followers and stuff like that. Some of the Caucasian YouTubers, because it's such a big story. They went to Dolton trying to investigate and stuff. He like bullying up on them, walking up on them, threatening to follow them out the village and find a reason to arrest them and all that. That's what bullying and intimidation is. Not the trustees sending out a letter to the employee. Well, we ain't seen it, but what it's alluding to is they sent a letter to the employees and they probably said, hey, we're having to change the guards because she has bankrupt this village. Therefore, if you are trying to stay, you need to abide by what we're telling you to do because we're working with the FBI. Because that's really what's happening. That's really what's happening. The reason the trustees are doing some of the stuff they're doing, they working with the FBI and they're fixing things so that, for one, when she get finally arrested and all the other stuff, the village can continue to operate as it needs to. But also, there's stuff happening behind the scenes. She want to act like ain't nothing happening, but these people being evil and trying to dismantle her Superman powers. No, there's real stuff happening behind the scenes. Guaranteed the FBI is working with them, or they know what the FBI is up to, and they're mitigating damages. Guaranteed. She probably sent that out and put. You say she sent it out and put. If that was the case, Chocolate, the trustees would have showed up. I'm sure they sent it out. I'm sure they, because they weren't there. They sure wasn't there. None of them. And what happened to Andrew Holmes? Last time I saw him, somebody had covered how he went to the what was that, the Taste of Thornton, I think she was calling it, where she had Kiki Wyatt there, had bamboozled Kiki Wyatt. Kiki Wyatt didn't know she had signed up for that kind of gig. At least this guy talks, even though it's BS. I'm sure the last attorney was a wax figure. I think that guy is connected to the Thornton Township piece, because she got a few of them. There's a few of them floating around. So I'm not sure if he's I'm not sure. I'm still learning myself. What a sneak she is. Yeah, absolutely. That's what she is so upset about. They're putting a lot of controls and ways to audit transactions. Doing this will trace activity back to her. Exactly. So Dolton is doing that, and Thornton Township, where she's the supervisor, they are putting in place that credit card so that she can't, if she's spending any money, it's got to be spent from her credit card, because now the only other credit card is I forgot the guy's a financial director or whatever. He's the only person that has that. So he'll definitely know what's being spent. That's why she's mad. Like your wallpaper. Thank you so much, Ajim. I appreciate that. I love it too. Can the trustees lock up money? Yeah, no, yes and no. I mean, it's bank accounts. They ain't got wads of cash sitting in safes. It's not a bank. But they're doing what they can. They're securing the money as best they can. Yeah, this is very concerning. I bet she specifically emailed her supporters to show it. Yeah, I'm sure she had to communicate that in some way. Thank you so much, RN Smith, for the super sticker, friend. I appreciate you. Can she hire without board approval? She can hire for some positions and in some situations without board approval. She claims that the attorney is one of those positions. So that the lady who she just introduced tonight, she claimed that in the previous meeting, if I'm not mistaken, one of the previous meetings, where she was like, and y'all trying to do this and that with the attorney, y'all don't have the right to. The mayor's the only one who can hire for this position, blah, 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 this and that. So this is what she calls herself doing. I don't know how this is going to work out. I hope that attorney looked up the laws herself before she accepted this gig. It was only 1,000 votes for her out of all the residents. What, huh? And she won by 80, because she brags that she won by 80 something percent rather. So was it only 1,000? Was 1,000 votes 80% of the total votes in the entire village? Is that what you're saying? We are one body in Christ. Is that what you're saying? Because if that's so, that's insane. And Margin was right. Y'all got to get out and vote, even in local elections. Don't be taking it for granted. She built a cult like Trump. Yeah, Berendo Soul. Hey, ain't seen you in a minute. Yeah, she built a cult like Trump, like Crooks, Darius Cooks. Craziness. There's a video floating around with Tiffany singing Mary J. Blige cover of I'm Going Down. The irony of it all. Oh, I got to find that one. I got to find it because it would be perfect to play when she does actually get convicted. She is not wearing all that makeup since she can't pay for hair and makeup anymore. I'm sure she's stashed some cash. I'm sure with all this stuff she's been doing and she's been spending, she's probably been pocketing some stuff as well. I would not be surprised. Sugar Spice said, tiny house. Yeah, you can buy a tiny house on Amazon now. Anybody want those mystery meat burgers that Tiffany is advertising? Right. I got to do that video as well for our ish and giggles. You got to give it to her, though. She's definitely entertaining. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. Yes, absolutely. I agree with you, but it's also extremely sad. For me, it's really sad because there are real lives and a real village. And also, like, I know people that live out there, but I also know the area very well, etc. And it's just sad because it's actually a nice working class, predominantly African American community. Like it's been a nice little suburb out there, and she's ruining it to the point that when somebody does this sort of damage to a city or a village, it can decimate it. The next thing you know, Dolton can be like, some of y'all don't know Chicagoland, but it could be the next Harvey, the next Ford City. It could be Fort Heights, rather. It could be the next suburb in the state of Illinois that has to have other villages coming in to take over their police because they don't have a police force anymore because they couldn't afford it anymore. And they have no school anymore because they couldn't afford the schools. So now the kids are being bused to the next suburb and all of that. Those are my concerns because I've seen this happen. I study history and stuff too, but I've seen the stories of these other suburbs that are near and around there, that these sort of things have happened to over the years with constant corruption from mayors. And she's hit this village and Thornton harder than the ones in the past who she also claims were spending money and they were corrupt and blah, blah, blah. But they didn't decimate the village. They were at a $3 million surplus. So if the previous mayor, put a little tip in his pocket, it ain't right. I ain't saying it's right. But if he did it, there was still a lot of money left. And he didn't do it to the point that people noticed. I'll put it that way. It didn't stop the services. It didn't make people have to get laid off. So for that, thank you, sir. If you were she's claiming allegedly that you was doing stuff too. And most of us who've been in politics and stuff like that, we know the shadiness that goes on those levels. I ain't never been involved in it. That's why I wouldn't become a mayor. Some people wanted me to become the mayor of my village. I was like, y'all be on too much BS. I was like, no, thank you. Wait, well, they wanted me to run for mayor. I should say that. Wait, did they not say a freezes on hiring? Yes. So again, she's saying she can hire any attorney. She's responsible for hiring the attorney. They did. They said there's a freeze on hiring, and they were laying off people. And yet she just hired this attorney. Maybe this attorney isn't considered staff in the same way of hiring W-2 employees. Maybe is how you work around that. I don't know. I hope the FBI is ready to swoop in and catch that hand. That hand. I mean, it takes a while. So I don't even know. Like, I would have to do more research to figure out exactly when the hammer really started to fall. Oh, Andrew Holmes was there tonight. Okay, he's out of hiding. He's out of hiding because he ain't been around in a minute, has he? He was there. Okay, y'all say he was there. What money is there? There's no money left. Well, yeah, they're at a complete deficit, but they still do have revenue coming in. They are at a deficit, but they still have money coming in from various sources that, are paying salaries or whatever needs to be paid, in that moment. lack of voters is the easiest way into office outside of running unopposed. Absolutely. True. So true. So I guess that's what happened. So again, this is where the gaslighting comes in, and me, out of ignorance, because I wasn't following Dolton politics until, past few months. So when I heard her say that I got elected with 80-something%, and they mad because I'm a super mayor, and they mad because I got 80-something% of the vote. Now, that's all I knew. I didn't know it was only 1,000 people, though. Out of how many residents they got? Like 40,000? I forgot the exact number I heard, but 30, 40,000 maybe, something like that. If only 1,000 people voted out of that, that's absolutely insane. Well, it would be more than that because the other candidate got some votes. But what? 2,000, 3,000, if that's all less than 10% of the people voted in the entire village, that's shameful. And you see the consequences of it. I thought the banks froze the city accounts. I don't know. Y'all, I don't know. Y'all probably, some of the stuff I have missed out on. Okay, so I'm going to read a couple comments that I started, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Because I just wanted to jump in. I had a totally different live plan for tonight. I was actually working on it with our Patreon executive people. I guess I could have that scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I got to update this. There we go. Patreon. If you want to come on over there and see more of our unfiltered fellowship, it's patreon.com/IamVelB. But anyway, we were over there as I was preparing for the original show I had planned for tonight. And then somehow I saw the sheet that the village hall was happening, the village meeting rather, trustee meeting. And so then all of a sudden I was like, let me get off here, y'all. We're going to go live on YouTube. So here we are. Tiffany thought she could keep her deed secret forever. All she has left is to say everybody is lying. We all know who the liar is. Tiff. Right. That's the crazy part. Thank you so much, RN. I don't know if this is the same one or not, but thank you so much, friend, for the super sticker. What is she having a tantrum about now? Right. She would you dial in when she at the point where she was on her soapbox. You got to skip back 20 minutes. It's good. Yeah, Moneyboy Trey, what's up? I actually was seeing more than, by the time I got on here, I actually saw about 10 minutes of it. I was trying to figure out where I could stream it from, whose channel I could stream it from. So it was good, but I'll be doing some commentary on the pieces we missed over here. She got to be paying him a lot of money for him to fake being on her side. Right. But he's an attorney. Again, I'm not surprised. I'm never surprised at what an attorney will do because they're getting paid. She has council people still supporting her. Well, Andrew Holmes is definitely on her side. That's a whole separate. She's protecting him and he's protecting her, if you know what I'm saying. If you know what I'm saying. She's always talking about social media is bad, but she stay on it. Right. Hey, y'all, it's Tiffany, your Superman. And I'm at this event and because I love y'all and they hate us and they always saying I don't be doing nothing. But see, look at those people behind. You see them eating ice cream and cake? They hating because they don't know how to get them no ice cream and cake like I do. It's like, girl. The party mayor. We'll see when she's arrested. When the FBI is involved, it takes a while because they want to build a solid case. The FBI has something like a 90-something% conviction rate. So they don't be jumping. I know people want to be like, well, it's clear she's committing crimes. We just saw Lori Lightfoot a month or so ago really lay it out. We know they have documentation of it. We see it on social media. We see the lies. We see the contradictions. Why don't they just arrest her? Yes. In the court of public opinion, she is convicted and sentenced to life. Yes, I get that. However, in the real court of law, that's not how it works. They got to really build a case that when she is tried in front of a jury, unless she pleads, which I doubt she'll take a plea deal, but when she is tried, they need to build a case that's strong enough that when she's tried in front of a group of her peers, as far as a jury is concerned, that it is so tight that is undeniable. There is no benefit, not I always say benefit of doubt, reasonable. There's no reasonable doubt that she is guilty. If they jump too quick, there could be space for reasonable doubt. You gotta keep in mind, she's still in her own village where they are now broke at a deficit. She's still got people supporting her and talking about, but we gave the residents cake last week. You still got people like, she a good mayor, the singers and stuff. Those are people that could potentially, not these individuals, but people with this mindset could potentially be people that would end up on the jury. So they gotta have a tight case when they actually, finally arrest her and, indict her. So it takes a while for them to do that. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see her actually face any real consequences until this time next year. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised in the least. But I do believe that when they finally do come down on her, it's going to be big. We're going to have a lot to talk about. So that's another reason why I'm trying to start covering it now, because people have been trying to get me to cover for over a year and a half. And I apologize to the people who've been like, they'll cover this. And by my moderators, they've even been sending, I'm like, y'all, I got to understand the story. I'm trying to understand what's happening. And they would send me information and I would do some research. And I felt overwhelmed because this girl, what a tangled web she has weaved. I would get so overwhelmed by it that, next thing you know, I wasn't covering it. But I'm here now. So we're here. We're talking about it now. It's a part of our, one of our additional series being added to the list. So, yes, thank you for supporting the channel. There are other ways to support as well. You can join me on my link tree at I am VelB. That's where you can find me on all of my social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and somewhere else I ain't think. Oh, TikTok. You can, if you go to the link tree, it'll take you to all my social media platforms. And then also, if you want to give any kind of monetary support, not necessary, but appreciate it if you do. I have Cash App at $ I am VelB. Also, Zelle, Venmo, etc. Also, just know that YouTube takes 30% of all of my super chats and super stickers. So if you want me to have 100% of your gift, please send it as Cash App or Zelle or something like that. Greatly appreciate it in advance. It was something else I was going to say. I will see you tomorrow afternoon. I'm going to put together our show, the one that we were going to do tonight. We will do tomorrow afternoon. Can't do it tomorrow evening because I have plans. Going to see Karen White. I'm not your Superman. It's Superwoman. But anyway, I'm going to see her tomorrow. So, but I still want to be present. So we will go there we'll have a live in the midday. I think I did it at 1:15 p.m. So like a lunchtime live. We aren't trying to bully you. I don't think nobody's trying to bully me. I'm lost. I don't know why you say that, Marja. I don't think nobody trying to bully me. I mean, there are people that try to bully me. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think y'all trying to bully me. I'm on the internet, so people do try to bully me. Trust. They always try to bully influencers. Right. I love Karen White too. I've never seen her in concert, so I'm excited about it. But with that, that's all I have for this evening. Thank you. Please hit that like button if you have not as of yet. It is free to you, but is invaluable to me and the growth of my platforms. So with that, until next time, until tomorrow, y'all make sure, enjoy your evenings, to take care and be blessed. Peace.